In this project, we're building a classic Knight Rider LED chaser circuit, a satisfying back-and-forth light effect using just a few common components. First up, 10 5mm red LEDs. These are the stars of the show. Each one will light up in sequence to create that iconic scanning effect. Notice how the leads are trimmed down neatly to keep things tidy. Next, we have the 1N4007 diodes. These are rectifier diodes that will be wired in series with each LED. Now for the brain of the operation, the CD4217 decade counter IC. This chip is what makes the Knight Rider effect possible. It has 10 output pins, and it activates each one in sequence every time it receives a clock pulse. The chip is carefully removed from its packaging and seated into the IC socket adapter. The orange electrolytic capacitor is added next. This component works alongside a resistor to set the clock frequency. In other words, it controls how fast the LEDs will scan back and forth. Two 470-ohm resistors are trimmed and prepared. These will limit the current flowing into each LED, protecting them from burning out. Now all the components come together. The resistors, capacitor, and a 10-kilo trimmer potentiometer are soldered to the IC chip. The potentiometer will let us fine-tune the scanning speed later. The circuit assembly begins in earnest. The board now holds all the core components, the CD4217 IC, capacitors, resistors, and the row of red LEDs, all connected with red insulated wires. Each connection is carefully heated with the soldering iron tip. Solder is applied to each joint, creating solid electrical connections. This is done sequentially across all the LED and diode connections, working methodically from left to right along the row. The LED cathodes are now connected to their corresponding diodes using short red wires, completing the output stage of the circuit. Each solder joint is inspected to ensure a clean, reliable connection. The full LED array is then wired into the IC board. Power and ground leads are soldered in place, and any excess wire lengths are trimmed neatly with wire cutters for a clean finish. With all connections made, power is applied to the circuit. Watch as the LEDs spring to life, lighting up one at a time in a smooth, sweeping motion from left to right, then back again. The classic Knight Rider effect is working perfectly. The potentiometer can be adjusted to change the scanning speed, faster or slower, all with a simple turn of the knob.